Oh, here we go.
Well, we are now going to get to 5 red lights for the Grand Prix. The lights are off and away we go. It looks like Wizzy Boy did get a really good start there in pole position. It also looks like Stoned Hunter is going around the inside of REECE, and I think he might have done it. Gets a little bit out of shape. I believe there's a spin there at the back for Zalagi, but Stoned Hunter has to stay behind the AlphaTauri for at the moment as they go up Radion. Will Stoned Hunter be able to now make the overtake? But REECE has the slipstream on Wizzy Boy, and REECE will now go down the outside of the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is also going to be under pressure by the Ferrari. However, REECE holds it around the outside, which then becomes the inside. He had a horrible exit into turn 8. And that gives Wizzy Boy P1 currently, but REECE is still going to be under pressure. Stoned Hunter is now going to be overtaken by Oliver, who goes on the inside. And that is a very good overtake for the Haas driver. Gets himself up into P3 as Neb Restroom is now going to go around the outside of Pau and is already passed into P5 as they go into the bus stop chicane. I believe Stoned Hunter is getting very close to the Haas, nearly whacking into the back of the Haas driver there. Jamie into Deep Cave. Oh, Deep Cave, I think, might have spun it out of turn 1 as he is now going to be under pressured by Wavy. As Bayes joined, I think we got a little bit of lag there. Stoned Hunter now going down the outside. So is Neb as well. Oliver has lost 2 positions on the Kemmel Straights. And Neb is going to try and make a double overtake there, and he spins the whip for Ferrari into the wall there. Stoned Hunter is out of the session. As we know, go back to green flag running. REECE is all over the back of Wizzy Boy. Is REECE going to maybe try and make an overtake down the outside into the bus stop chicane? He had a slight look, but then had to drop back out of it. However, he is still close to that Aston Martin and will maybe try and make a move as they go into the bus stop chicane. Choker's got past Powell there in the background. However, REECE is getting very close to the Aston. He elects to stay behind though. Is there any moves being made up at the back there? I believe White Josh is getting very close to Neb Restroom. However, he has to settle behind. Now, let's look at this battle up at the front. The long slipstream and the very long straight. That is the Kemmel Straight. DRS, the drivers will now be getting as they now charge down into Lecom, who is going to be able to make some overtakes. As you can see there, REECE is getting very close. Had a little look down the inside of Wizzy Boy, but then backs out last second. And looking down the position list, I believe Connor Barry is making a move on Zalagi, and that is Connor Barry up into P16. And there is a DRS train all the way from P1 to P12. Oh, it's a Deep Cave has spun it out. They spun it out there out of Stavelot, and he is waiting patiently for there to be a gap and will unfortunately have to rejoin at the back.
Run on REECE.
Yeah, Oliver looks really close. Could Oliver maybe potentially make an overtake on both of these drivers? And he is going to switch to the inside. They're going to make it 3 abreast there, and the Aston has been spun around there. I believe REECE has probably cut the track there, but he did that to avoid some. So I don't know if there will be pens coming for him. Wizzy Boy and Oliver still going at it. Oliver down the inside of the Aston Martin there, and he gets it stick there. Jamie going down the inside of Wizzy Boy there. I believe Oliver has also got past Neb as well. So Oliver up into P4. It's a Haas 3-4 now. Maybe they can try and work together to maybe make some more overtakes. White Josh goes round the outside. However, now goes down the inside of Jamie in the McLaren. He isn't able to make it stick on the McLaren, but he has made it stick on Wizzy Boy. Power is going to be in a very good position here to try and make the overtake on Choke as we go down the Kemmel Straight.
He's got no ERS as well.
Yeah, he's 17%. He's kind of used it all. And as we say that, Power now goes around the outside and is up into P2. However, we see Oliver and Neb going quite close there. Oliver will stay in P4. Neb will have to live another lap. So Laggy there in the background, overtaking Remote Banjo as well. As there's one move on one of the Red Bulls, there's another being made on the other one. How now with DRS? Is he going to elect to go around the outside? Yes, he does. He got past Choke a lap earlier, and he gets past the AlphaTauri. Pow now is our new race leader. Mighty King has now overtaken into P8 from last on the grid. So Mighty King doing a very, very good job. Oliver did get past Neb, so Oliver up into P4. So Laggy there making an overtake on Connor. White Josh gets a penalty for exceeding the limits. And I think I just saw that behind Neb. And I believe there's a spin there at the back. Yeah, Connor Barry and Genji. But who isn't out of DRS is REECE, as he is now using that DRS to close up to Pow. Is REECE going to now try and re-overtake Pow for the lead? Yes, he does. Down the inside and is ahead as they go into Lecom.
Yellow flag as Connor Barry is out.
Alternate strategies. Yeah,
safety
I believe
car.
he's... Oh, we have a safety car here.
Now, this will really help the softer runners pitting. Maybe, I would imagine the medium runners will pit as well.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer, really. As we now go down the Kemmel Straight, Pow is 3/10 behind, 2/10. And that gap is only going to get closer and closer and closer. How is Pow going to go around the over? He's going to try around the outside. I don't know why I'm cutting into my own words a little bit there, but isn't able to make it move or isn't able to make the overtake stick on this occasion. And I believe FIFA's has spun into Lecom and now into Rouge and Radion. Oh yeah, DRS won't be enabled. It gets re-enabled after 2 laps after the safety car, but is the only DRS that Pow needs to get past REECE. Pow will now go down the outside. And is he going to be passed as they go into Lecom? It's still going to be side by side. Pow is the latest on the brakes, gives the space. However, he is now going to still have REECE on his inside. So they're still going to go side by side through here. What fantastic racing it is between these two. And Pow now elects to go around the outside, but has to stay behind for the time being. Obviously, no pun intended there. It's a 4-car battle for the lead. Neb goes around the outside to choke. Is Neb going to even try and make an overtake on Pow? And he is going to follow in the slipstream. Now go down the inside. Is he going to be able to try and get past REECE as well? No, but the Red Bull and the Haas go side by side. The Red Bull has to stay behind as he gets a very out of shape there. Going to be burning the ERS and the DRS. Can we not have the camera angles, please? As you can see there, Pow going down the inside. Easily passed before Lecom. Oliver goes for an overtake on Jamie. Jamie has lost quite a few positions there as they go into Puon and Oliver into P5. White Josh in P6, he gained from that as well. Choke though going for an overtake on the Red Bull of Neb, so Choke up into P3. However, REECE tries to have a look down the inside of Pow but isn't able to. White Josh gets past Oliver, as you can see there in the background. REECE having DRS now on Pow. Going to be going down the inside in the AlphaTauri back up into the lead. Genji gets a 3-second penalty. Oliver as well getting past White Josh. So those two swapping positions each lap. Neb there in the background is making a move on Choke, and he's now up into P2. White Josh has also got past Oliver, but REECE stays in front. Choke now gets a 3-second penalty, and we saw that in the background. Just cutting the corner. Could Mighty King even be on call for a potential podium here? As he's going to suck into the slipstream. Oliver is going to try and make the move on White Josh, which he has done. And Mighty King stays behind. However, he sees that gap down the inside, but then has to tuck him behind. However, the Ferrari goes wide there. And Jamie might try and get in on this, but he doesn't. Oh, the McLaren's gone wide there, and that's going to give Wavy and Zalagi their positions as well. The McLaren will have to rejoin in P11. Banjo now gets a 3-second penalty.
He goes down the session. Could that be a late safety car?
I believe that was FIFA's out.
Surely
so what is people going to do? Yeah.
Now.
So I would do REECE is in, Pow is in, Neb coming in, Choke coming in, Oliver, I assume coming in. Yeah, Oliver in, Mighty King in, White Josh in, WIZZY Boy staying out.
Well, he's just going to lose loads of positions. I think he's trying something, but it's just not going to work.
And I believe out of the final corner, he's going to go now. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be slowing down. He has turned on ERS now. REECE reacted to that very nicely. All over the back of that Aston Martin, round the outside, and he's already passed before the braking zone. And that is WIZZY down 1 position. Pow now is going to be the next driver to set their eyes on WIZZY Boy as we now ride on board with Pow as they go through Eau Rouge and Radion. Is he going to be able to make the overtake into Lecom? He is going to be burning his ERS, so is WIZZY as well. Pow is getting closer, he's getting closer, he's getting closer. Is he going to be able to make an overtake? But WIZZY, with the slipstream of REECE, is just able to stay in front for the time being. But now down the next couple of corners, he is going to be so vulnerable with that low tyre wear. And you can see there, Pow now pulling to the inside. However, Neb goes down the inside, or tries to look down the inside. Pow is going to try and hold it around the outside of WIZZY Boy. Now the inside for turn 11, and WIZZY Boy is able to get in front. Neb Restroom as well down the inside of the Aston Martin, and Neb now into the podium positions. Choke losing down into P4, may get overtaken by his own teammate now into the next couple of corners, and I think that was Oliver there that goes quite wide. Oliver goes down the inside of WIZZY Boy as well. WIZZY Boy now down in P6, so now we see White Josh catching up to that Aston Martin. Will that Aston Martin be overtaken by the Ferrari? As the Ferrari looks to go around the outside, is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he does. However, the Aston Martin is still there on the inside, but then the Ferrari will then have the inside line. Gets it done. WIZZY Boy is now going to have to try and look at Mighty King. Mighty King down in P8. Mighty King now tucks behind for the slipstream. Then down the inside, the AlphaTauri goes, and I think the AlphaTauri nearly crashed into the Ferrari. WIZZY Boy will now have to settle for P8. Wavy is going to be the next driver to overtake the Aston Martin. However, the Aston Martin does seem to actually have some good straight line speed and may even be able to re-overtake on Mighty King, but I only assume then that will get reclaimed in the next few laps afterwards. But you can see there side by side go the Aston Martin and Toby. Toby down the inside. WIZZY Boy goes quite wide, and look at that Wavy switchback. Absolutely amazing move. Wavy up into P8. Zalagi now down the inside of the Aston Martin, and Zalagi's through. So is Jamie down the inside as well. And honestly, WIZZY could even be falling out of, well, I say falling out of the points. We do score down to P15, so he will just be within the points. But Remote Banjo down the inside, nearly collecting the Aston Martin there. But I believe Remote Banjo will only just go ahead and re-overtake into the next corner. As you can see there around the outside, it will then become the inside line. And you can see there Remote Banjo actually not getting past just yet. Jamie gets another penalty. I believe side by side there was actually Deep Cave and Ads. But WIZZY Boy is going to be all under pressure by Remote Banjo down the straight. Oh, and I think that was Ads. Oh, that is the Deep Cave who was spun out of Stavelot. And he is now in P15 now. So that might even give WIZZY Boy one extra point. But as we now go to the bus stop chicane, Remote Banjo is going to send one down the inside of the Aston Martin. However, we'll have to tuck him behind as WIZZY Boy just claims that apex. Oliver going down the inside of Choke there. Oliver up into P4. And now we're going to switch WIZZY Boy, now losing positions. Mighty King makes his way up into P6 down the inside of White Josh. And Mighty King is now going to be setting his sights for P6 as we are on the final lap. And Mighty King would still actually be promoted up into P4 on penalties. The McLaren there of Ads has had a moment out of Puon down in P14. Lost a lot of time to WIZZY. Maybe made a contact with WIZZY. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see in the steward's room. REECE has burnt all of his ERS. Pow is not burning. He is settling for P2, I am pretty sure, as he knows there isn't much else he can do, as REECE is going to come through the bus stop chicane. He has played this absolutely well. The strategy, the safety car came well into his hands. REECE wins the Belgian Grand Prix in Division 1 Season 1. Pow will have to take P2 and Neb will finish on the podium. Mighty King is promoted into P14 on pens. What a drive from him. Starting in P18, what a drive to bring himself back up into P4. Kept it clean, no pens. P4, unbelievable drive from the AlphaTauri driver. Oliver will finish in P5. Zalagi finishing in P6. Wavy then will finish in P7 with Choke in P8. White Josh will finish in P9 with Jamie finishing in P10. Banjo P11, WIZZY Boy P12, Genji P13, Ads P14, The Deep Cave P15, FIFA's in P16, Connor in P17, and Stoned Hunter unfortunately DNF, well, all of the bottom three DNFing out of the race. What a race that was.